That's good.
Double notifications, baby. Boop, 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 boop. All right, I just started it. I shouldn't start like that.
Is it started?
Yeah, I started it. And then
Welcome to us. We're together.
Yeah,
I'm Nick.
And I'm Dan.
Together,
we form
the
UnPanderers. Right down to business. There's a disclaimer somewhere, and we like
don't
you.
Pander.
We like you a lot.
We do like you. We don't pander. We are an adultish podcast.
Yep.
And not 18 and older, but like 16 and older. No, 18 and older.
18, yeah. Be prepared for that.
Mm-hmm.
We got any clarifications, corrections of the last time? We had.
We did disappointment, and I'd like to say I was disappointed.
Oh yeah.
In the podcast. That's my clarification.
About the topic that I picked.
No, I think it was all right. No clarification. I did tell the audience I was drinking a fizzy pop. I was not. I was drinking a bunch of Everclear in a cup.
Wow. That explains very little, but that's okay.
It explains a lot, really.
You would think. You'd hope.
You would hope.
Take away the Everclear and it's the same podcast.
Kind of is.
I'd like to clarify that, last time the episode about disappointment was you being disappointed in Fortnite, but I think we changed it around, and I think you're mildly amused by it, but not thoroughly entertained.
Okay, that's fair. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's growing on me. I won't love it, but I do like it.
For free, that ratio is fantastic.
You're absolutely correct about that.
Mm-hmm.
Time isn't free, though. We've discussed that before.
Yeah, it costs money. Lots of money.
Lots of it, folks.
I might attain when I'm 60, 65.
Some kind of glider going on here. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, a little bit of a money glider and a lot of disappointment.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, little tongue twister to start us off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do the powerful parakeet. Power key. I can't. Power key. You want to say the power key?
Powerful parakeet. Did I do it? The last one got a little weird.
Yeah, it starts to be strange.
You gotta turn off your brain and just stare down the barrel and just.
It's like that's the reboot for your mind, and like you say one more, and you're just like.
Whoa! Where am I? How did I get here?
You black out.
Mm-hmm. I'm wearing a snow hat, a toque.
Is that what they call them? What's the ball on top? Is that the
a toque? It's called a toque.
That's like
in Canada. In Canada, it's called a toque.
So the stuff you put on top of ice cream that's like either multicolored or chocolate. What's that called?
Sprinkles, jimmies, or
jimmies.
I worked at ice cream shop.
Yeah, you're a pro.
No, we called them jimmies, and at some point during our work there, they said we're going to change the name to Sprinkles because it's insensitive. And I actually didn't know the previous use.
I didn't. Neither did I until I went to New York.
I still don't really see it, especially rainbow, I guess. But
Jimmy Cap is a condom, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Probably related somehow.
One guy named Jimmy screwed it up for the rest of the people who were liking Jimmys before that.
I guess.
Sprinkles. Not to be insensitive.
Now we are in a sprinkle group.
Yeah.
That's some good.
This is a sprinkle world here. Everyone's on the same plane.
Rainbows, sprinkles, everyone. Okay. Anyway, I'm wearing this in honor of the snow that's outside.
You have snow?
My door. Oh yeah, it's April 50th? April, what is it? 10th? 20th?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, it's snowing outside. Yeah. I was just grilling in the snow. It's 39 degrees. It hasn't broken 40 in a while.
Wow, that's depressing.
Welcome to global warning. Am I right?
Yeah. That temperature is going to stay the same.
Still think that's awesome, though. I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
And global warming is actually fake. That's so awesome. People get so mad.
It has never changed in the past and will never change in the future. That's how confident I am.
For the record, Dan is on certain websites. He pretends to be a scientist who dispels global warming. I'm actually a weather scientist.
I'm in the 0.03% of people who don't believe it's happening.
And I'm a scientist.
And the Earth is flat.
Awesome. Such a jerk.
The jet stream wraps around the flatness of the Earth so well that you can't tell that it's actually blowing. Because on a flat Earth, it wouldn't.
Try and global heat a cookie. You can. It's flat. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
The physics just doesn't add up.
Speaking of flat, what would you say about things that are pregnant?
That they are not flat. Is that what you're leading me into?
Exactly. That's
wow.
where I was going.
Good
it's like
segue.
we finish each other's pregnancy.
Seminal.
Sandwiches.
Seminal fluids. Yeah.
Better DNA test some babies.
Yeah. Whoo. So we're going to talk about pregnancy.
And birth in general, and pregnancy in general, and women in general. We're just going to shit on women for like an hour. Everyone buckle in. Women, turn off the podcast. It's shit on women time.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Since we're a couple men, we know exactly what pregnancy feels like. So we're going to tell you, the viewers.
There's a lot of women out here trying to tell you what pregnancy is about, but we decided a couple of white guys in their 30-ish are perfect for the job. So
yes,
bear down. Get out your notebook. Take notice.
Yeah. And I don't know that I ever want to touch the topic of what it feels like, because even to other women talking about it to other women, they're like, no, that's not what it was like. No. It's completely different. I don't think you can.
Yeah, because everyone's different, aren't they? Some women love being pregnant, if I'm not mistaken.
I think some just like, they're done. They're like, whoa, there you go, baby, easy. And other ones are like, have the hardest time ever, and they're just
How about this? Like the really, really obese people. Pregnant, and I didn't even know it, and then like they had a baby. They were like going to the bathroom and they had a baby. It's like, is that possible? By the way, I've heard this story.
There's a show about it.
No, I know. Well, just because there's a show about it doesn't mean it's 100%.
I think there are people that feel so bad, like physically, probably emotionally as well, that they never really feel worse because they're already feel like shit for long stretches of time, and then they come out of it and they're like, oh, I felt like shit for 2 reasons.
So like, oh, I thought that was heartburn. Oh, I thought that was my food kicking around because we had bad ribs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that how it goes?
They're right on the farm and they're killing and eating live animals.
I don't know. So I'm just confused. So pregnancy, either way you look at it, is a biological experience that happens at fertilization, correct?
That's what you read?
That's where I got. That's it. Research done.
I don't know if I agree with you on that one.
Roe v. Wade and Nick.
I don't know if I want to skip right.
We can get there first. Go ahead. We can skip around. It's not like a real pregnancy. We don't have to start at first trimester.
We don't have to do it linearly.
And go, we can just jump around. What do you got here?
So, conception of a human being.
Okay.
When does that happen? Well, how many days into pregnancy?
Oh, I don't put it at days because that would be weird. Because then what about the day before?
The law puts it at days.
Well, is it end of the first trimester?
Earlier than that.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought Roe v. Wade was you can have an abortion. Well, it's dated, I guess. Well, for the audience, Roe v. Wade, the first official court case that had to do with pregnancy. Woman wanted an abortion, 1973. Her name was Roe. She was going up against Wade. I
don't know that. I know the case, but I don't know. I didn't research this one at all. Because we're talking about pregnancy, not abortion.
Right. Although we're touching on it.
We're touching on it. We'll touch on it.
We're touching on it. I'd like to know your opinions on it, but anyway.
Oh, this is going to be purely scientific. I'm a scientist. I'm not going to talk about emotions here.
Well, that's why it's important. We'd like all voices to be heard here at the UnPanderers. Roe wanted an abortion, and she couldn't in Texas. Interesting state. Yep. And it went to the highest court, Supreme Court and all that, and they ruled 7-2 in favor of before the first trimester, she should be able to decide what she wants for her body. And she could terminate a pregnancy up to the first trimester. Again, this is 1973. It set a huge precedent because every other state it was illegal. It was actually very creepy, scary, hard to get abortions because you had to do it through like back alley dudes.
Well, they actually had like a network of people that would do it. You just have to.
Can we plug another podcast?
That you listen to the Criminal Show? That one was perfect.
This is Criminal.
Yeah.
Our friend Phoebe. Did I say her name right?
Yeah, Phoebe Judge. She People would actually like fly on a plane to go to,
Yep.
I think it was Chicago or New York. There's like two options, whichever one was closer.
There are two big ones.
And they had doctors in the circle that would perform abortions because it was safer and better for the mother. Well, albeit religiously taboo, it was a better medical practice.
And illegal.
Yes, illegal. So they'd actually fly in and fly out in the same day.
You're not going in the alleyway to get one. You fly into New York, Chicago, one of the bigs.
Yep.
Do you remember who organized it and helped run it?
The church. It was like the ministers.
The church, yes. A lot of nuns, actually.
Yeah.
It's like unbeknownst, but they figured it would best be happen through their watchful gaze and their help.
Yeah.
Through certain channels, make sure all these women were taken care of. Because a lot of times
they'd go to the priest to confess.
Right, and the priest would say, like, you had, out of wedlock, you can't have this baby. He's not even,
Yeah, it's surprising because of like the religious backing of people that are not open-minded were deciding what to do, and the priest there is saying, well, there's another option. Like,
right.
It's like it doesn't matter what God thinks. You need to be good for you.
I think he was making his own decision there of what God might think. What's better for her health and her life might be better than what.
He might be a better source of information, godly information. So like God.
Do we know why is abortion illegal via the Bible? It's not written anywhere. Like Jesus didn't have no abortion commandment, did he?
I think it's because when you're back in the Stone Age, you're trying to produce more people so you can use them to fight in your army. I think that's really the logic behind it.
I mean, it makes sense, logical. Plus, we're going to get to mortality, infant mortality rates, and all that. Tying together here.
Plus, people are more prone to being societal if they have children because they're happier, more plugged in, and they're forced to commune with people.
There's also a mortality rate.
That too. Did you see the one in France?
Oh my gosh. That was France.
I sent you that graph.
That was. Yeah, you did.
It was 1770s France to 1900s. We can
I
come back.
didn't want to use that. Okay.
You skipped right to it.
Well, by accident. It's all connected.
It is. It's curvy, isn't it? That's why I wrote it all down. We could just skip all the way around. It's a giant pentagram.
Let's skip all the way around. So it's not a pentagram. It's a right side up star.
Yeah.
For the folks at home,
flip it around.
Turn your paper upside down. It's a right side up star. There's no anti-religion here yet. But
it was like 30%.
Mortality rate. Is that what it was?
30%.
1600.
Live birth. Yeah, 1770.
Okay.
So there's like every live birth, there's like a 30% chance that the baby would pass.
And an infant mortality was past age 1, right? So it could also die like 6 months in or at the birth.
I only looked at the graph. I'm going to be honest with you.
If it's an infant mortality rate, fill them in on your stat because I want to tell the audience whether this is. You look it up. What's the exact definition? Because I think infant mortality rate was up to 1. Like if your baby died at 6 months, it was a victim of
under 1. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So you had to keep your baby alive for 1 whole year, the most dangerous year of its life.
Yep.
What do you think the infant mortality rate was back at like caveman times?
Oh, dude, it's got to be like half. Like
it might even be more. Do you think it's like 60% of them died? 70?
That's crazy. So, you have to have 2 of you in order for you to survive, essentially.
That's crazy. Maybe more. We don't know. We're making that number up. I mean,
1770 is not that far away.
I know. 1770 is fairly recent. That's why I said caveman times was probably ridiculous. There weren't even communities. Well, I guess there were slight communities, but
there's no doctors. I'll tell you that.
No, I tell you that. You said it like you were there. Did you go in a time machine? There are no doctors. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I go back just to prove you wrong. Yep.
At least not any good ones.
Yeah. Oh, they'd probably slay you. You'd be like, no, you're doing it wrong. And they'd like all grunt.
Yeah. He has word.
You'd be dead. You'd be gone. But the thing about that graph that amazed me the most was that it had spikes. Like there was like a world war, and like the mortality rate would spike, or like cholera.
So what Dan's referencing here was a graph from 1600 and on, so like 1800-ish, and it had the infant mortality rate as affected by outside forces.
Yep.
Like it made a quick decline somewhere. Does it say what happened?
I don't know why the decline happened.
1700 maybe?
Right around the turn of the 1800. 19th century, is that correct? 1800, 19th century?
1800, 19th century, somewhere in there. It makes a sharp decline, probably because of the use of midwives and stuff, I would imagine. Like it becomes its own medical practice.
It's
It's
when they
not like
invented the automobile and they could drive to hospitals. No, I have no idea.
So anyway, children were dying at a less and less pace. That's the worst way to word that, but
yeah,
that's
it was
fine.
like 30% and then dropped down to 20%.
But what's interesting is you can see when certain flus ran wild, certain plagues, certain events were happening. Like you said, the World War, or what was that?
Franco-German War,
Sure, sounds good.
1871. There's cholera,
Spike in mortality rate,
Spanish
cholera.
influenza, World
Yeah,
War
and
One, two.
tell them the craziest one of all.
I thought it was crazy because there's in 1911, it just says very hot summer.
That's insane.
People
So like
couldn't survive because it was too hot.
Infant mortality rate, if I'm not mistaken, is judged by the per thousand, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So if it jumps to 30 per thousand, that's only 3%, right? Right.
No, this is in the hundreds. So like the very hot summer is around like 160.
I thought it was per 1,000. It's per 100.
It is per 1,000, but the number is in 160. So that's 16%.
Damn.
Because of a very hot summer. 16%
because of a hot summer. Can you imagine that?
That's like 7% more because it was hot.
Well, that's crazy because I'm having a cold summer. Everyone in my house is safe, but geez.
Maybe that's what the dip's for. The dips are cold summers.
Either way, that's just nuts that the weather, in general, a relatively hot summer could result in the death of your baby. Or not giving proper birth or whatever.
It is pretty unbelievable.
It is nuts.
Something that we would never consider.
No, it's like, no. Yeah, oh, your baby didn't make it? Yeah, it was hot last year.
It's like
can you imagine that? That's
someone
crazy.
telling you, like, oh, it's okay, it was hot. Like,
yeah, like what? Oh, yeah, I remember. It was like over 90 for 5 straight days. And you're like, yeah. Like, that's nuts. I can't even wrap my head around that. Anyway,
1945, and then air conditioning came along. Boom. Down to
all
almost
babies alive.
Yep, like down to 1%.
Did you get the United States mortality rate, infant mortality rate?
There's only precedents around like 1900. We're like at like 1% mortality rate.
So still 1%. Doesn't sound great.
Have you ever seen the graph of like your odds of dying in the first? Actually, the odds of dying throughout your whole life.
Okay.
It's like it's high when you're little, obviously, and then you get some knowledge of what's going on, and you're able to protect yourself, and it dips down.
Spikes when you're 16.
Yeah, and then it spikes back up when you can drive and when you can drink, and then it dips down when you're like 28 or 30 because your life is kind of boring at that point, and
you're locking it into boring town, folks. Choo choo. You're making podcasts. You're paying bills. Choo choo.
Got a lot of life to live, so you're trying to protect it. And then it slowly goes up until you hit the end of life type of stuff. Right?
All right, 60 or 70. I thought of the other day. It has nothing to do with pregnancy, babies, or anything. Essentially, everyone who graduated the year we graduated, not everyone in our class, everyone in the world who graduated high school our year. Like, there's tons of us. Like, a few of them have died. I'm sure a ton have died, but percentage-wise, it's very low. When do you think that number gets so small that you find out about all these people? Do you think it ever does? Like, let's say we're all 98. Do you think you know about the other 98-year-olds? Like, just whether they're ones from PA or whether they're ones from local schools or whatever. Like, do you know about them now?
You start to look at who's alive at your age. Well, like, you're the oldest person.
Well, is there 5% left? Less? Do you know what I mean?
You're too old to meet them, too. You can't drive. You can't fly.
Well, I guess back in the day, whatever. Now we have the internet.
Yeah, you can Skype with all those people.
I don't know that you'd want to.
I don't know that I will.
But you would want to know they exist.
That it's possible to live older than now because
that people saw the same things you did at your age. Like, I think it would be weird if no one was left that was my age saw the things I did at the years I did.
No one could see the Hindenburg go down. They'd be like, I don't even know what year that was. Like 1940s.
Was it? I thought it was even before that, but why were they using a goddamn hot air balloon?
I can't even.
Zeppelin.
My spelling has gotten so bad.
Autocorrect and all that stuff.
Year. That was 1937, so that would make
Not
you.
Bad. That was a pretty good guess.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one, huh? That would make you what, 90? No, make you 80.
112 years. So 80
years. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
So you'd be 80, which 80 is not actually not that old now. So maybe a little bit, but you'd have to have a recollection of it. So you'd have to
How
be
about
at
this?
least 10 or 13.
7 or 8. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go 10.
So you have to be 90s, in your 90s. So yeah. So if
So
you
hold
saw
on.
the Hindenburg, those people
If you're
that
one of
saw
those
it.
like people that's like 103 right now, they're barely moving out of their chair, but like everyone in the family talks about them. It's old Pappy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, he was alive when the Cubs won in '03, and like he was born. He doesn't
You're
remember
talking
it.
about that guy who was so old that they invited him to the Cubs playoff?
No,
You didn't see that story?
I probably did. I forgot about him though. He
Okay.
was forgotten. Do you think he's dead?
I mean, they won, didn't they?
Yeah, that was like months and months ago.
I don't pay attention. But yeah.
Well, do you think he's dead? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you.
I mean, that's probably his one goal in life, right? So
What the hell? Hold on. I don't think he cares. Again, I'm saying I think we place all this emphasis on someone because he was probably like 6 months old when they won. Do you think he cares?
probably not.
Right. But he's 103. Is he going to argue with people?
No, they're giving free tickets.
I don't care. Yeah. He's getting free stuff. He's getting attention. No one else talks to him otherwise. He's just pretend Cubs fan. Guy doesn't even, he couldn't name 5 Cubs.
That's the sad part of nursing homes is that it's like a college dorm with the reverse of hope.
The anti.
The anti-hope.
Oh, jeez. That's rough. Let's get back into birth and pregnancy.
Yeah, we took it all full spectrum all the way to the back. So let's go back to what makes an embryo human. So they can grow embryos.
Fingernails.
This is actually a Philadelphia thing. So CHOP, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, they were able to grow an embryo up to 13 days in a test tube outside the body.
What did they use real sperm and real egg or?
Yes. Yeah, you can.
And then what did they do? Make it. Hold on, this. I don't know. And then what did they do? Create a fake uterus, essentially.
I'll skip to that, but they're just beginning life. So there's a reason they went to 13 days. And
2 weeks.
At 2 weeks, an embryo can no longer split into twins. So at that point, I guess the religious community says that a soul is applied to that embryo. Because it cannot split like a soul can't split into 2. So it's like
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's all that's pretty cool. Like that's hilarious.
It's
whoever
interesting.
Shout out the church.
Yeah, it's like a scientific religious spin on how far you can go. Like if it could split at like, say a baby could split at like 6 months, would they allow an embryo to grow 6 months? And then by that logic, they would, right? They'd be like, let's see how far we can go. But it would be illegal to go farther than
6 months, whatever the
13
split
days.
is. Interesting. Yeah. That is interesting. I actually didn't know that. It's very,
I like going through the research, and eventually there's a little tidbit in the research that you're just like, what? Really?
Yeah, you're like, hold on. Interesting. Well, a lot of it's tied into nostalgia and old rules that still hold, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, and then the politicians, they're all older than 35, so they hold on to the old fangled ways.
That's how they got their job, if we were to say so.
So you're talking about living outside the womb in an artificial womb?
Yeah.
There's actually, I would say, a scientific study, because it's more than a study. They actually took a lamb. They took 8 of them, and they were born premature. I don't know if they took them out. They might have taken them out at 23 weeks, and they put them in an artificial womb for 4 weeks, and they actually flourished inside the artificial womb.
They were born and everything too?
I don't know the definition of born when you remove them from a womb and put them in another womb, but yeah, they survived.
No, but I mean they survived and they came out of the damn womb.
They said they flourished. They are actually like growing like wool and like opening their eyes and like being
Okay, they were born.
Lammy.
I wanted to know if they got out of the damn second womb.
Yeah, they survived outside the second womb.
Okay, cool. That's what I was asking. Interesting.
It looked cool because it was like a giant plastic bag filled with fluid, and they just like had all these like nozzles on it. Like you'd like plug a thing of like oxygen in, food, nutrients,
oxygen, a little bit of food, a little bit of
inject a little bit here. It's like, ooh, man, they're not that far away from just
replacing women. Exactly.
Which brings me to my what would you do? So
the womb. I would have sex with the bag. Yeah.
There's an egg somewhere in there, and you're just like, oh, there's an egg. There's an egg in there.
Oh, this is the bag. I'm really sorry.
Which bag? There's 3 bags. Like I did all of them.
I covered all my bases.
Yeah.
Woo!
Like,
Good,
sir,
Doc.
that was for the other participants. They had already participated in the study. And you're like, oh. Oh, where was I going with this one? So my question is, well, I asked my wife this one because she's 8 months pregnant. I said, if you could have that baby, but didn't have to deal with the stress on your body because she's like, ooh, it keeps kicking me, all sorts of stuff going on. If you could just decide to just like hold him in a bag next to you, and you could just carry him around inside that bag until he was done, and then 9 months later just open the bag and be like, perfect baby boy.
He's good.
Mm-hmm. Would you do that? Would you hold a baby for your wife, or girlfriend, or significant other, or would you have a baby in a test tube, continuously through a test tube, not put inside the uterus like IVF? Oh, seriously.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't see. Like, where are the nutrients coming from? Am I buying them from damn Walmart?
You're dropping vitamin pills in? No, say it's completely controlled. So if you were to give it to somebody else and just say, grow my child for 9 months and then give it to me after he's done, because I'm a busy man. I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this child to feed off of my nutrients.
Yeah. My wife said absolutely not.
She said that?
Yeah, she said no, I wouldn't give that up.
That's weird.
If I were capable of having a child myself, like as a man, I'd probably do it just to see what it's like. Just like, oh, let's try it. Let's go.
Right.
You're digesting it.
Well,
I'll tell a story.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm trying to think of a way to explain it because there's not a lot of equivalents for men.
So I will give you an equivalence here, but it's not a true equivalence. So there was a transgender man who was a woman who became a man, who decided after not being able to have a child with his wife or her wife, the transgender person, they decided to hold the baby themselves and actually were able to get pregnant because they had functioning organs, female organs, and then they gave birth. So it was like the first man who was
right.
So it's like, but then they talked about how they could transplant a uterus inside a man. There's a doctor actually said it was within.
Where is it coming out?
So if they were able to, I don't know, organ donation. Who knows? I don't know how this would work. It's science fiction at the moment.
No. Where's this baby coming out when it's ready? What if it comes early?
I mean, they could stitch it to your anus and then could have your butt baby. I don't know. They'd probably do cesarean. I can't say it. I don't know why I couldn't say it. Cesarean section.
Cesarean Samantha. Cesarean Samantha. Cesarean Samantha.
So I guess they could. A doctor actually said it was within 10 years of possibility if they could connect everything up right, that a man could have it, but I don't know that a man would ever subject himself to that. Because it seems kind of ridiculous. I'd rather just adopt.
It does, but I'd rather just adopt. I don't know. Do you know what the pregnancy regulatory zone is?
I don't. Is that like in the cycle or?
No, it's an age thing. Do you know what they consider average ages for a human pregnancy? They can go outside this range.
You're talking about like high risk? High risk is like older than 35.
Right. No, just age. What they consider a pregnancy possible person.
So
it's
like
different
if there's a pregnancy possible person. It's a tongue twister itself.
It is. What they do is if they take a census of all these people, I'll tell you the answer. It's 15 to 44.
For what? Age?
Yes.
Did you look up the oldest and the youngest?
No, because it can get younger than that and older than that. But when they do a census of the population, they want to figure out what percentage of the population is pregnant. They have to do cutoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hold on. Give me the damn youngest.
No, I'm gonna start the youngest.
Start oldest.
The youngest is depressing, so I'll start with I'll bring you up and I'll bring you down. All right.
Thanks.
So we got Ramjit Raghav. He was a 96-year-old man who was able to foster a father. I'm a men. It's about men.
Okay, that's fair.
And
96. He's still slinging it, huh?
yeah,
God bless him.
yeah. And then we got Maria del Carmen Busada de
Yeah, I
Lara.
know her.
Yeah,
She lives down the block. What
yeah.
about her?
She's 67. She was able to have a child. It was like a week
I
shy of
almost
67.
expected something older. No, I guess that doesn't make sense, but whatever.
I will say this: that
Hold on, your kid's gonna be 20. You're gonna be 80.
Seb, you're gonna be gone,
By the
man.
time your kid can drink, you're 80 something, like 85.
You can't even drink yourself because you're on all those meds, trying to keep you alive. So we go younger. Let's go the younger side of it.
Go ahead. Youngest father you got first?
Yeah, Sean Stewart. This guy is
Shout
recent.
out Sean.
There's pictures of him holding his baby, and he's just a child, and he looks like his life is over because it actually is. I think.
It is. It is. How old
He's
is he?
12. That
Rough,
hurts.
but
Yeah.
I feel like the next answer is gonna be even worse.
Yes, it is. It's much worse. Well, it's worse because of two things. For one, this person had some sort of weird medical anomaly that made them so that they hit puberty when they were like,
early, right?
yeah.
We call it period early. Yeah.
How early do you think they hit their? I'm going to ask you two questions. How early do you think they had their menstrual issues, all that stuff?
I'm a big menses guy.
Yeah, menses.
7.
No, at 1. They had pubic hair at 3 months old. Yes.
Did you look?
This is so there were things that were scientifically like I was like no, but this
Right,
they had
so
the
glands,
person
I
they had a
understand.
picture of the person.
Glands can go off. I understand. Glands can go off. Things can go crazy. Your hypothalamus could have kicked in early. It's a freak thing. But when did she get pregnant?
She got pregnant when she was 5. She gave birth when she was 5 months and 7 months. 5 years, 7 months, and 21 days. I had a hard time saying it because it's hard to believe. But they had a picture of her and the pram, and they were like,
"She gave birth?
Yeah.
Did it live?
Yeah.
She's got to be too small. I can't figure out."
Linda Medina. Look that name up.
Hold on.
Lena Medina. So that's the depressing part is that no one's gonna claim that they had a baby with a oh, that's so awful.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, they did. So Linda Medina is actually 84 now. So that was 80 years ago.
She lived a hell of a healthy life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Holy
she's
crap.
got a picture of her with the baby. But yeah, who knows what happened? It's something awful. But it's crazy to have a baby when you're 5. You don't even know. I don't even think I was capable of having my own thoughts.
12.
Yeah.
When
You could be in
5.
the same grade school together.
Oh my God.
Is it crazy? What are you counting?
Yeah, I was trying to see. She's 17. She's 15. She's 12. I was just trying to do some crazy math.
I mean, you could legitimately get drunk together when you're probably drinking ages 18 and 23. Those people hang out all the time. It's like your sisters. I don't even know if they told her the truth of what happened.
So wait, are they both retiring within
Yeah.
like the same year or two? That's
crazy. That's just
Anyway.
crazy stuff.
Holy crap. You know how many people had babies in 2017?
No, what do you got?
3.945 million.
That's a reasonable amount. How many people are on the world? 7, 8 billion?
Billion, correct. How many are in the United States? This is a United States study,
Like
I'm sorry.
300 something million.
Right. And we gave birth to 3.9 million.
So like 1% of the population. You can also see the
Had a
population just like whoop, like as soon as we figured out how to keep babies alive, like the population
It went through the
exploded.
roof.
Yeah.
Well,
Curing
ever
all the
since
diseases.
the amount of people having babies has been going down. Mm-hmm.
That's like
Is that
the
some kind of-
industrialized world or first world stuff.
Yeah, is that a coincidence? Is that just because? Does it affect so many things in little ways that it all comes back to people being like, well, I don't want more babies now.
I think people get plugged into a system, and the system forces them to be like financially solvent. So they realize that having more children makes them so they can't just
Right.
feed
So
them
do
regular.
babies become more expensive when a society is able to have too many babies? So it's like, listen, now let's make babies expensive so people stop.
Yeah,
Essentially.
and if you could keep your babies alive, like if you've had like, there's statistics about
Seven.
having miscarriages, and like
Mm-hmm.
miscarriages are actually pretty high up there. They're like something like 50%,
Hmm.
20 to 50%. It's like it's a wide range,
Okay.
but it's a significant percentage. So if you're in like a third world country where you've had a miscarriage, I bet
Mm-hmm.
that stings you. Like if you have a baby, then you're just like, let's keep going. I just want to keep pumping them out, and eventually you probably just reach the end, and you're just like, okay. And then you have a little population of people to protect you and save you, and you're
Right.
getting older. Like you don't have that much
Right.
time, so you're just gonna keep going.
Keep going while you can go.
Plus, you probably don't have podcasting and internet, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
might as well.
Like now, it's like, well, do you hold on? Check this. 2017. Do you know what the mean age for a woman having her first child is?
Put it like 25,
Higher, 26.6
26. This is the United
is the
States.
mean. Yeah, it's the United States. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty high. You can push it back
That's what
pretty
I
far.
thought. You can push it back as far as you want, but your first baby at 26. People, wasn't teen pregnancy a big thing? It was when I was in grade school.
Do you
It
have it
was like,
over the
oh,
years? Mean
no,
age of
I
pregnancy?
didn't. I just saw 2017. Try and type United States if you can. I know it's a big word.
Pregnancy.
Nancy, she's back.
Click on images right here. Ooh, mean age of mother at first birth, United States. See what we got a good one. Statcan.gc. So this is Canadian. Sorry.
Oh, whatever it was. What's theirs? I'm just curious.
Oh boy.
I thought you were gonna say 49 or 18.
So they have average age of mother at first birth from
Yeah, that's
1946. It
46.
starts around
Oh, God.
25 and dips down to 24 at
Okay.
1966 and goes back up to about 28 to
Really?
2011. Yeah,
Seems old.
that does seem kind of old.
I mean, only because the mean is, well, I guess the mean is thrown off by people having their first at 35, 38. But figure more people are having them at 20, 22, throwing it off the other way. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
it's a misconception. Maybe that's what the media wants you to believe.
Maybe. You're absolutely correct. Now, do you know how many people in 2017 gave birth to their first child and were unmarried?
That's probably a higher statistic. Probably more
Higher
than
than it
probably
used to be.
50%.
40%. It was
40%.
39.8. Yeah. That's
Unmarried.
wild when you think about it, like 15 years ago. Could you tell people 15 years ago that's what it was going to be?
That's
25 years ago?
the Mad Men where have you seen
Yeah.
Mad Men? Where Dick
No.
Draper is there with
I know what it is, but no.
yeah. She gives birth and the only person there to help her is Dick Draper. Even though I forget whose baby it actually
Ron
was.
Draper or something?
Don.
Dick?
Oh, it's Don. Sorry. I
Don.
said Dick.
Yeah, okay, good.
Don Draper, Dick Draper.
Do you know how many, what percentage of births in 2017 in the United States were cesarean?
I would say it's a lot because doctors like to have control. It's probably
Right,
like 70.
No, Jesus Christ,
high?
it's under half.
It's under that?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's 33%,
Okay.
roughly.
Okay.
1 in 3. I think they prefer you to go natural, but for any other reason. So,
Yeah. I would assume that doctors are just more cautious and they probably want to schedule it. Like, we
Right.
can't just let these people have birth whenever they want. Who do they think they are? They're not doctors.
You're going to have a baby and you think nature's going to tell you? I'm going to put you down for March 18th. See you later. He puts his gloves on.
Yeah.
See you then. Yeah, my favorite day, the 18th. I think your baby's going to have a great birthday.
Yeah.
Doctor, wait, doctor, that's the 30th baby you've delivered on your own birthday. This one's so premature, it's not going to make it. Yeah, that's right, March 18th, you little baby.
It's like right after dinner. I'm going to have steak that night. Let me see. Ooh, we're hitting some good ones. Yep. I feel like intro music.
I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, you never replied to my private text to you with my video.
Oh, I did. I listened to it, and I do agree with what you
okay?
said. It needs a little more spunk.
Okay, that's fine. That was literally one I just recorded last week that I liked, but it was.
Yeah, I like the flowers.
Okay.
Were there flowers coming out of your guitar?
It was a Snapchat thing.
I thought you couldn't save snaps.
Oh my god, yeah, I save every snap. Save snaps I don't even send.
Oh yeah, here's what I wanted to say. So a woman during her lifetime, she'll start with like about 2 million eggs, and then her body selectively chooses which one to drop each month. So she'll down select, and throughout her lifetime, it's about 500 eggs.
So what happens to the other ones?
They just get destroyed. They just let them go. They're like, these aren't good enough.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where do they go?
Out of the body? I don't know. They just let them go.
But I mean, like...
I don't know if they get reabsorbed or if they just drop out during the...
Oh, okay. During the period thing.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah. And a guy, in comparison... He creates about 500 billion sperm.
I knew men were better. I knew they were better.
Yeah, about 1 billion times.
I have proof.
Oh. But like, if you think about like the personalities of men and women, like women are more like cautious, I guess, more caring, and men are just like
they're more gonna jizz on everything. Oh, scientific term.
But man, 500 billion. I mean, you could be extremely wasteful with 500 billion. I don't even have that much in anything. Pennies? I don't have that much in pennies.
No, 500 billion is a lot of coin.
Huh. I might have that many atoms. How many atoms make up my house? I'll use up some of those.
Your body?
I thought it was really low, actually. Let me see.
Like 3 billion?
Oh, that's a lot of atoms. Atoms of body. There's too many zeros. It's like... It's a lot of atoms. I'll give them that.
Okay. I'll give them that.
Still.
I'll give them that.
I guess there's atoms make up your sperm, so there's going to be a lot of them, huh?
Yes.
So that takes up human pregnancy.
Oh, holy crap! You went beyond human pregnancy?
Yeah, the only ones I looked at were I like the end ranges. So like elephants, 660 days pregnant.
Jesus,
that's too long. No wonder they're going extinct. And then the shortest. What animal do you think is the shortest of the mammals?
Are we counting insects? Okay,
no, insects. I do have a statistic on insects though.
Do you? No, that's fine. Shortest mammal. Something small.
It's
mouse?
ugly.
I don't know.
It kind of looks like a mouse, but it's bigger.
Shrew.
Yep.
Rat.
It's close. It's possum. Possum is 12 days.
Damn, it was pretty close.
Pump out a baby in 12 days.
Damn.
That's quick.
12 days?
Must really like concentrate.
Ugly, so it's not like you got to work on the beauty factor.
Yeah. Just whatever we got, just spit it out right now.
Screw there at the possum community.
Yeah.
We lost one possum follower, but that's fine.
Yeah. And I said, well, rabbits, they pump out a bunch. I read a story about New Zealand rabbits. Like, rabbits normally breed during a certain time frame, like spring and summer, which where they normally live is a small amount of time. In New Zealand, it's year round, so they just keep going. So it's like, oh, there's rabbits everywhere, and they hate rabbits. I bet they don't celebrate Easter.
No. Wow.
I have to look into that. Fact check. That'll be my clarification for next time.
I hope so.
And then ants. How many in a month do you think? How many eggs? It doesn't really count because they're eggs. It's not really pregnancy.
50,000.
No, it's more like 3 million.
What, in a month?
3 million ants, yeah.
Is that 1 million a day? That sounds wrong.
No, it's 1/10 of a million a day.
Oh, I thought you said 30 million in a month. What did you say?
3 million. 3 million.
Oh, 3 million in a month. Okay, well, that's reasonable.
More reasonable. More reasonable after you confuse it with 30 million.
That's normal. That's normal.
Trying to think. Last stat I have is mules. Mules. What do you think about mules, huh? I forgot my sheet. My stats are back there. I don't know what to talk about now.
I need to know about the mule.
Yeah, so the mule is a donkey and a horse are hitting their...
Is that true?
Yeah, and they produce... So I mean, that's where a mule comes from. But a mule can't produce their own offspring. They can't mate with another mule. They sometimes say that, like, occasionally a donkey will get in there, and then the mule will make a donkey-mule hybrid, but that's very unlikely. Because...
I'm fascinated by mules at this point.
Yeah, because
so mules are bastards?
They are. I guess they're bastards. They're two different...
They're mutant bastards.
Families or species. I don't know the definition of the categories are.
A mutant bastard species?
Yeah. It turns out that they have different number of chromosomes, so they can never match up perfectly. So, like in the replication process where they're trying to line things up, they're just like, oh, we got oh, no, too bad. Better luck next time.
Fascinating to me.
Yeah. So, like, the mule is forever screwed or blessed. I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for out of a mule.
How are there that many mules in the world? Where are all these horses and donkeys having their...
Have you ever seen a horse?
Yeah. Are you saying female donkeys are into that? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying a horse dong is huge, man.
I know. And are you saying female donkeys like the pipe?
Don't all females like... Female donkeys like the pipe. I mean, what else is there?
There are some female humans that like horses. Let's not disparage all of our viewers here.
Just cover my face. Cover my face. Look down in shame. Nick said it, though.
I'm not ashamed.
And that's all the stats we have. That's all the information. We covered quite a bit. We went nice and star-shaped on that one. Zigzag.
Some of our Reddit viewers will love it.
We've never done this before. After this main topic, we're usually out.
I feel like I'm wasted.
Yeah.
Oh, burp away from the mic. I did it.
Apologies. So we're 40-something minutes in. I'm almost 50.
Do you want to hear a good smirk smile?
Yes, I do. I know. I was looking right at that.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean right at that?
On the agenda. Oh, okay. What do you got?
My son's been a pain in my ass lately. Whatever. School things, whatever.
It's interesting.
He's been better the past 24 hours.
All right.
Good. Went to the playground. We play Sea of Thieves. You've played the game before.
Oh, yeah.
He loves to pretend he's a pirate. We're on pirate ships. He has us eat fake bananas. He makes me drop the anchor. He says "our matey" all the time. I don't know, he knows what the hell it means. Like, we're having a blast. We're at the playground. We're the only ones there. It's one of the ones local. It's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
He keeps switching them, and I'm like, "Do you have to go to the bathroom? You're doing your little dance." He's like, "No. Kid's been potty trained for like 8 months. Like, it's like clockwork to me. I don't care. If he's really got to pee, we'll go buy a tree. You know what I mean? Which would be weird because it's like kind of near neighborhoods' houses, but I don't care. So wouldn't you know it?
In Spain, they used to take babies that needed to pee. They just hold them up, and there'd be like no room. There'd just be like a little planted tree. They'd piss in the pot. They're just like, oh, yeah. Wait till he's done. Put him down.
Right. That's what I would do with him if I needed to.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden he stops, and I've never seen this. At least not in like 8 months to a year of my life. And he goes, "Oh, Dada, I'm pooping." And I was like, no,
no, you're not.
You don't understand. Like I used to carry around a school bag that has diapers, extra clothes, socks, like juice, snacks. It's got like the works. It's got an extra toy in there, coloring crayons in case we go to a restaurant. Now I just bring a juice cup sometimes. That's all I had. And now he's pooping.
Bring that juice cup over.
Well, no. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh no, this is one of the only playgrounds that doesn't have a porta potty anywhere nearby. So I gotta figure out what to do.
He did that.
Oh yeah, he did. He must have been holding it in for like a day and a half, and it just hit him. Well, I saw an old T-shirt that I had seen when I first got there.
Your old. Oh wait, an old T-shirt on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So was he? Was he turtle heading or was he already gone? Was he gone at that point?
Oh, once he starts, it's over.
Yeah.
And the kid's probably been holding it in for a couple days. So
Couple days.
I pulled down his sweatpants, and he's wearing his underpants, and there's like a thing sticking out the back, and I was like, "Yep, it's there."
You got the dog picker uppers, the little plastic bag.
I didn't even have that.
Oh man.
So I took that, and like those little peckers hanging in the wind, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm near a neighborhood. These people are gonna think I'm molesting this kid or something, or telling him to take off his pants."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "If a cop shows up, what am I gonna say? You deal with this, officer. You deal with this."
Yeah,
So I used an old T-shirt that looked like it was I guess a grease job, like someone used it to clean their car or something, because I grease marks all over it.
Grease rags, they're wiping their fingers with it.
Yep. Yeah. So I used that, wiped the butt a couple times, wiped everything together, put it all together, and told him to put his pants back up and rolled out. And I thought, this is the worst moment of my life.
Where did you put the shirt?
No, there was a trash can somewhere.
Oh, okay.
With a bag, so it's not like it was an open can that someone's going to go through. It's someone's going to grab the bag. It's good. But man, dude, you think you're over it. It's been, the last time he pooped his pants like a year ago. But he was having so much fun being a pirate. I hope he's not watching this. It was like his girlfriend.
10 years from now?
Yeah. He's like, "You're too my dad. You're so funny." So, shout out, buddy. Thanks.
Mine was challenging me today. He stands on the armrest, and he could fall off the armrest.
I know, and you think they could break his head, but
he's it's funny, Daddy. And then he'll sit down, and I'll be like, don't stand on that, and he'll just put his foot. He'll just put his foot right on. I'll just stick it right there.
Like he's almost about to stand.
Yeah, he's like looking at you, and and then you're just like, time out. You're done. That's enough.
I saw it. You're done.
He's getting to that point where it's like, is this gonna last? How long is this gonna last for? Because he's just like, he looks back and forth. He's eyeing you up. He's like, maybe I got. What? Time out. Yeah, time out. Does
he know he's getting a sibling or no?
I don't know if he really gets it.
Not really
he
gets
knows,
it.
He says
he's
baby.
Repeated the word a few times. Okay.
He goes baby. We have a name for him, but he doesn't really get it yet. He's like, I bet it'll be really. I have a nephew, and when I had the nephew in my arms, he was like nuzzling in there, trying to break the bond between me and my nephew. So I'm pretty sure the same thing's gonna happen.
Jealous? He's already jealous. It hasn't even started.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
How many years apart will they be roughly?
2, a little over 2.
Okay, 2.5-ish, whatever.
Yeah, which is good spacing.
That's good.
I think.
Yeah.
That's one thing we didn't talk about is that once you have a baby, you're supposed to wait like a year or something before you kick another one out. So.
Is that true? I thought you. What about Irish twins? Is that what's within a year?
Well, the Irish are completely different than everyone else.
Than normal human beings.
Just pop it out.
Old Irish.
Yeah.
Pop another drink.
Didn't the Simpsons have something like that? They had like the.
The panorama.
Yeah.
He would punch his wife and drink, and then she would give birth to a baby, and it would repeat. It was like a little. I didn't even watch all the Simpsons. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And then the baby would come out. That's pretty good.
Good catch. That's a good catch.
A little offensive, if you ask me, but that's like a lot of their depictions of some of their characters.
Yeah, right on the edge of truth. So I think that's it. Unless did Dildan do anything recently? I don't know if.
He's always doing something. I can't think of anything today.
Okay, so he gets
He's awful. Oh, can you see if he's even watching? Is he watching?
No,
the Twitch?
I don't see anything.
I try and watch his Twitches. He doesn't watch mine.
Does he talk in his Twitches? He's just silent playing video games.
I think he's one of the silent tough guys. That's him.
He buttons his.
Unbuttons one button.
Yeah.
Shows you who's boss. For the record, this is 3 straight days without showering.
Wow.
I think it's the nastiest my hair's ever looked in my life. Ow, my finger just got caught in it. But I'm also showing it off because give it a couple weeks. It's gone.
It's gone. I'm actually going to wait till I've got about a month left and then I'm gonna take 3 months of not understanding what's happening, and then cut my hair. So I've got probably 4 months until I cut my hair.
Listen, is your baby gonna affect our podcast?
I'm gonna probably be out of it and say random stuff, so we're gonna have to determine whether those are airable.
Okay.
I like to say that we are now posting all of our YouTube videos every day for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
This is crazy. I love this.
In addition, the audio is catching up too.
That's awesome. Just audio. You can say I can just listen to us if I'm like too busy to watch the video.
Yeah. We've got feeds. We've got feeds
this
on.
Is good news.
www.unpanderers.com down.
I'm gonna go there as soon as we're done talking right now.
Or on FeedBurner. You can use
FeedBurner. I love them.
You don't know anything about them. Feedly.
Do you still use Osana? Oh, that's awesome.
Osana? I'm actually looking at it right now. It doesn't integrate with anything, but it lets me look at my notes. It's useful to look at notes. I have things saved on it. I'm waiting for it to go private and to have to pay, and they'll say like, if you want your notes, you're gonna have to pay $10, and I'll just be like, you bastards, and then I can really shit on them. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
But we should be. I'm trying to make it so we're everywhere. iTunes, cool. Google Play. Now that we have episodes that I think will sound beautiful, perfecto.
With these fancy microphones, is that what you're saying?
New microphones, recording software, direct to Twitch, direct to recording.
Wow. I like it.
We got some graphics.
Ooh, wait, we have what?
We got the way we record things now. It looks prettier.
Oh, okay.
And then,
are you 1080p?
I think I down selected a little bit.
No, your webcam. Your webcam.
Oh, my webcam definitely is.
I've been shopping some webcams.
Oh, you're gonna upgrade?
Max. I don't know. I'm just saying. I've been shopping.
Oh, is that your next purchase?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I haven't purchased anything in like a month. So my debt's going down. I gotta do something about this. So
you can't be ever free of debt. You gotta keep indebting yourself.
No, I'm American and I believe in capitalism, so I'm gonna do it for the good of America and capitalism. Well, I think that really sums it up. Let's see what the people think.
Yeah. Curious because we flipped it around there. Kind of felt weird, but I think people who want the information will be right there up front, so they don't have to be like, I have to figure out where it is. It'll just be like.
In fact, they could turn off by now. Hey, well, I got all my pregnancy. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant off of this.
I've been wondering what it feels like to be pregnant.
I'll show you.
Well, we do like you.
We like you a lot.
Well, good night, folks.
This is as far as I can lean.